From our free daily newsletter, the latest from podnews.net with Spots Now. This morning, the IAB Tech Lab will release version 2.3 of the podcast measurement guidelines for public comment, updated for the first time since February 2024. The updates add guidance around URL prefix measurement and RSS enclosure URL changes, among other things, although we'll have to wait until 2027 for a version of these guidelines that focus on HLS streaming video podcasts. You've until August the 19th to submit comments. Recognising podcast video, one change updates terminology from listener to consumer. Inaccurately, in our opinion, since the existing guidelines measure neither listeners nor consumers, just a combination of devices and IP addresses. It's curious timing. It comes 2 days before the release of the AMP guidelines, which will include a definition of podcast, as well as measurement suggestions for actual podcast consumption rather than downloads. The IAB's new documents will be visible from 8:30 a.m. Eastern today. We'll come back to this story tomorrow, no doubt. 6 million vehicles are now reporting live radio listening data direct from the car radio. Radio is still listened to by many more people than podcasting, for much longer too, and this data may help the industry fight back against the more granular data that podcasting already offers. Getty Images has expanded a relationship with Goalhanger for visual content for its shows. The companies had already been working together for The Rest is Football's World Cup coverage. The International Women's Podcast Awards are closing soon. Now, under the expert ownership of Tink Media, you can enter any time in the next 10 days. Just $50 to enter, and you can enter from any country in the world. The latest company to add its portfolio to Amazon DSP is Red Seat Ventures, which has announced the collaboration today. It joins companies like Spotify, iHeart and Triton Digital. Last weekend was the Higher Ed PodCon, and among the attendees was Steve Goldstein from Amplify Media, who teaches at NYU, who suggests it's a thriving podcast community. We link to his report today. Also, podcasting as marketing for organizations is growing, but it's not everywhere yet. New research from Outcomes Rocket suggests that there's still considerable skepticism about their effectiveness, although more than half plan to increase their podcast marketing investment. We've covered a few kids podcast apps recently. Here's another one. KidsPod has been recommended to us. A team of 3 collecting podcasts for screen-free listening for kids. It's a free app with additional paid features. And podcasts that talk about investing in the stock market, are they actually making people better traders? Research published by the University of Georgia suggests that they might be, at least that they drive more trading activity and improve investor performance. In People News, Jen Sargent, the former CEO of Wondery, has posted on LinkedIn that she's been investing in her health, her relationships, and even gone back into student mode with an AI bootcamp. But she'll be speaking at the Future of Media Summit in August. And in podcast news, you've probably heard of Goalhanger, who make many of the world's biggest podcasts. We Have Ways of Making You Talk was the first, and it's just hit episode 1000. The show is hosted by Al Murray and James Holland. This week, Podbiz speaks with Ricardo Neto, the managing director of US sales at Acast. Ricardo shares how the definition of podcasting is shifting towards an omni-channel experience, why niche audiences can drive greater brand engagement and business outcomes than top-tier scale, although I bet he pronounces it niche, and the importance of championing an open ecosystem for long-term creator monetization. And this podcast is sponsored by Spots Now. You should be trying advanced search for podcast advertisers. You can give it a go for free right now at spotsnow.io. It's a new AI search that ranks all shows on audience fit and targeting, then allows you to see the performance potential in one click so you can isolate the best shows quickly. And from there, You can use the campaign planner, you can exclude competitor conflicts, you can exclude shows that you're running on, and even browse last-minute remnant spots matched to you. You should try Spots Now. Search. It's free at spotsnow.io, or click on that Spots Now link you can see in our show notes. And that's the latest from our newsletter. To read all the stories and subscribe for free, we're at podnews.net.